So why did I start a YouTube show? Well, I've officially had my show for 1 year, and in that time, I've had the chance to interview some of the most respected athletes and hip hop artists. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. My biggest struggle has been doing just this, talking to camera. Today, I'll break down how I've overcome my fears, how I get high profile guests on my show, how I make money from YouTube, my statistics, and what benefits have come from starting a YouTube show. Hopefully you can learn from my personal experiences. All right, let's get into it. Let's go, Rush! In 2021, when COVID was at an all-time high here in Melbourne, I started reassessing my future. I had a successful video production company where 70% of my work was overseas or around Australia. So traveling for work didn't look too promising thanks to COVID. It was one of the first times in my life where I was feeling really down. I was living alone, I couldn't see my family, and I'd lost 15 months of work. I was feeling lost. So I started listening to a ton of motivational content and studying social media and the future of the internet. I became obsessed with the Colin and Samir show, the Tim Ferriss podcast, the Diary of a CEO, and YouTuber Ali Abdaal, who had one particular episode that changed my life. It was about understanding your unfair advantages, which triggered me to start this YouTube show. Essentially, what gives you a competitive edge and what is hard to replicate compared to anybody else. For me, that was my quirky studio, long-term relationships I have with athletes, hip-hop artists, and celebrities, 20 years of experience in the entertainment industry, camera gear, and my work ethic. However, one thing I didn't have at all was the ability of being comfortable in front of the camera. For the last 10 years, I've been a photographer and film director, so I'm so used to directing others in front of the lens. This was hands down the hardest part for me in terms of starting a YouTube show. But I tell you what, I didn't let that stop me. One thing I've learned from over the years, to improve at something, you need to do that one thing a lot and stay consistent so it becomes second nature. I knew that if I was filming every week, I would see a dramatic improvement every 6 months. All right, guys. I'm really wanting to build a strong community element on my channel, and I want to get you involved. So if you have any ideas for videos, guests that you want to see on the show, topics that you want me to cover, please drop me a message. You can leave a comment in the video below or hit me up on Instagram. Love to hear from you. All right, so the first question has come in from Julian. Without revealing your secrets, how have you been able to form connections with all these A-listers? Jamal Murray, Seth Curry, etc. So Julian, firstly, great question. This all comes down to years of building relationships. For me, I've been in the entertainment industry for 20 years. I was a hip hop DJ for 10 years, formerly known as DJ Rush. I had a clothing brand, Spader, for 7 years, and most recently, a photography and video production company for the last 10 years, where I was mainly working with athletes and hip hop artists. When you're dealing with anyone in life, particularly high-profile athletes or celebrities, the number one factor that comes into play is trust. If people can't trust you, you've got no hope. For example, how did I get Seth Curry from the Brooklyn Nets on my show? So back in 2019, Kobe Bryant came to Melbourne and I filmed him over 3 days. That company that brought Kobe also brought Seth Curry to Australia. So this company trusts me. So it was a similar situation with Jamal Murray from the Denver Nuggets. I'd done some video production work with the NBA and they were aware of my YouTube show. When Jamal Murray came to Australia, they asked if I would like to have him on my show. So that again comes back to trust. After I did my episode with Seth Curry, I actually got a text message from Patty Mills. So Patty texted me saying, "Damn bro, Seth gets to be on your show and I can't even get on." This was the ultimate compliment because it showed that Patty respected and appreciated what I was doing with my YouTube channel and set up our interview when he was touring here in Australia. All right, let's get into the statistics of my YouTube channel. As you can see here, in 2022, I had 177,000 plus views, which I'm pretty excited about. 109,000 of those came from shorts and 67.9 thousand came from the main videos. And I was fortunate to get 791 subscribers. Shout out to everyone that subscribed, and 3.3 thousand hours of watch time. So I'm super excited because that means once it hits 4,000 watch time hours, my channel is going to be officially monetized. Show me the money. So the majority of you guys that are watching my videos are coming from the United States at 33.6%. And that makes a lot of sense because a lot of the guys that I'm interviewing are from the US. And coming in at number 2 is Australia at 29.5%. Now we'll go into my most successful long form video, and that was with my good friend Jorge Peniche as he breaks down his top 5 Nipsey Hussle photos. We'll check the stats on this. So as you can see, it's had 4,350 views, 27 subscribers, and 593 hours of watch time. The average view duration of this video is 8 minutes and 10 seconds. So considering it's a 52-minute episode, I'm really happy with that. And look, if you guys want to see more of this type of thing, showing statistics from my channel, drop a comment, let me know, and I can go into more depth in future episodes. All right, so this question came in from Lewis James on Instagram. He asked, is it too personal to ask how you fund the YouTube show? Everyone's always curious how YouTubers make money. I mean, I was the same before I started studying YouTube and understanding how it all worked. Over the last 12 months, I've been working full time on the YouTube show. However, to keep the lights on, particularly the neon light above the couch, I've had to take up some video production jobs on the side. Recently, I've been getting sponsors, which has made a huge help. I'm only working with brands that I personally use or believe in or connect to the show. The main sponsor for the show so far has been 2K. I got to give a big shout out to them. Appreciate you guys supporting the show. I've been getting clothing from Offense, which is the gear that I'm wearing right now. I've been wearing their clothes for a number of years, so I'm super excited to have them supporting the channel. And recently, Remedy Kombucha has come on board. I'm absolutely addicted to the ginger and lemon. I've been drinking this non-stop for I'd say about the last 2 years, so my fridge is absolutely full of it. There's a bunch of ways that you can generate income through YouTube, such as ads, merch, affiliate links, Patreon, and masterclasses. These are all elements I'm looking into once the time is right for the show. There's been a huge amount of benefits from starting this YouTube show. I've absolutely loved it. But firstly, having guests come into the studio every week, learning about their stories, what motivates them. This has inspired me and hopefully you guys as well. Having full creative control of the show is another big one. This gives me the chance to choose guests that I admire and get people on the show that essentially don't have exposure from mainstream media. I want to have a channel that sets trends and exposes you guys to talent from around Australia and around the world. Also, sharing my personal stories has been a lot of fun. I'll be doing a lot more of this in 2023. I've got a lot of stories. The doors of opportunity have been crazy. The fact that I've been able to work with some of my favorite athletes and hip hop artists has been super exciting. I've actually become a big time YouTube nerd. My mum and Lua are sick of me talking about YouTube. Finally, gaining confidence on camera. 2 years ago, I never ever thought I would start a YouTube show. So it's been great to gain confidence talking on camera and also my public speaking skills. You know, there's been a lot of situations where when we're doing the interviews, I'm talking in front of 15 or 20 people. The Jamal Murray episode at the NBA store, there was literally hundreds of people standing around watching that interview. So I could never have imagined doing something like that 2 years ago. Stop focusing on what you don't have or can't do. Work out your unfair advantages and use the tools that you have available right now to pursue that one idea. Doing 1% a day is all you need to achieve your dream. Good luck.